Hi, I'm Ben.
Don't pay no attention to him. He's drunk. He's falling down everything.
Welcome by popular demand. It wasn't that popular. A show that teaches you how to cook with whatever the hell you have in your kitchen during the apocalypse. You didn't stop it, did you? We had a couple of strange requests. We had a can of, not strange, but we had a can of garbanzo beans. Somebody had a can of mandarin oranges. I can only assume this is the first and only edition of this can. And then a friend in Hawaii, the land of Spam. As you can see, it's really awesome, like on the lid. Metal-shaped parsley is the most appropriate garnish you can possibly come up with for Spam. And the other best part about this, I mean, it's not the best part, but I mean, it's one of them. As you can see, this is Spam Classic.
You don't understand. I could have had class.
Oh, come on. Just stop. And then, of course, the most important information that I have to pass on to you. This is what we will be drinking tonight. Let me go ahead and get this open. When you drink a lot of wine, sometimes you forget to take these. Orvieto is one of the most gorgeous, ancient little hill towns just north of Italy.
North of Rome.
North of Rome. This is no time to start drinking French white. If you actually go to Orvieto, this is just the wine they drink on their table. Probably doesn't even come in a bottle. It's probably just in a barrel somewhere and it keeps getting refilled. That's how much it costs to get a bottle of wine from Orvieto, Italy, that is actually quite delicious. Anyways.
All right.
So, here we go. We are making spaghetti and meatballs to celebrate Italy, but only from America. I don't know what's gonna happen when I open this can. I assume...
Probably carbonated. I hope it's carbonated.
I think assumptions are not... no hiss. There was no hiss in those cans. And that's probably good, because the only meats I know of that hiss are cats and cockroaches.
One of my friends' cockroaches just had a bunch of babies. Do you want a hissing cockroach?
Well, some people just got faces that stick in your mind.
No, I don't want that. This is apparently how it's going to be. Oh! Yeah. I don't know why I smelled the lid. Alright, let's get this out of the tin. Ooh. Oh. Ew. I don't want to like have it. Oh, come on. Alright, everybody in Hawaii who's stockpiling this, you need to be done with this phase of existence. Like this. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do...
It smells like cat food.
Get a close-up of this. You're not far off. Let me tell you what Spam is probably made of.
And? How is it?
Oh, it's salty. The only thing you have to do to determine what the actual contents of a can of Spam are, just think of every part of your body that you've used in the bedroom.
Do you want to tell me more about that?
I don't want to speak directly to you because that's going to be weird for everybody. Feel this jelly on here? The first thing we have to do is scrape all this jelly off because I'm actually going to use this for something else.
Not as much as I had hoped. Not as much as I had hoped.
Oh, what a fruitcake you are.
This is what you get when you use nothing but like lady bits of a pig and snouts. Maybe we should have gotten treat. What about that, Hawaii? Treat, T-R-E-E-T. Spam was invented in 1937. The United States did not enter World War II for like 4 years. This was made when there was still an assumption that there was a market for this purely domestically. There was another company that made like a competing brand called Treat, and Treat was done in 1939, a full 2 years before the war started. So I feel like those two companies just had like a horrible referendum on what the American public was actually going to eat.
Your guts is all in your wallet and your trigger finger, you know that?
Anyways, so we're going to break down another can of this. Here's Spam Classic.
For this
Stop
yet.
the fucking camera. Hey, Hawaii. Fuck you and your spam. What about that? Alright, I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna be making spam meatballs, but I'm gonna go to great lengths to make it not be like spam. And then we're gonna use the gelatin that was on top and on the sides to make marshmallows. So here we go. So we're gonna make some spam meatballs. Orvieto Classico, ladies and gentlemen. In the words of Roman gladiators, we who are about to die salute you. Here we go. We need texture out of this spam. Texture, here you go, Mine. Texture is the one thing spam does not have. So I'm gonna grate this. Okay, the sound of this is just, it sounds like we're having sex with what it's made of. Oh my god, that is awful.
Oh, can you show me that? Can you show me on the inside? Here, let's look. Oh, so many worms.
So what we're shooting for is many different textures of spam. This isn't
squishy
some
spam.
strange, hateful,
You're a cheap, lousy, dirty, stinking mug!
carnivore, anti-vegan thing. Whatever those zucchini threads are that people use instead of pasta, we're having spam threads. That's what we're eating now. Oh, why did I do that? Come on, man. That's fucking so much salt. All right, hang on.
Where am I going?
Just over here.
I'm coming.
Here's our freaking terrible.
Spoobs.
Ugh. I'm gonna hit the pulse button. All right.
So.
All right. So listen. The next thing we're gonna do with this, oh, it leaves a
Looks so
yeah,
good.
gross.
So pink.
Fuck you, spam. We're gonna boil this because in the ancient naval tradition of Lord Nelson and all that, I mean, you've got to boil some of this salted meat just to get the offal out. Oh. Oh, God.
Have you ever done this before?
No. What?
Oh, she's trying to be so good. Look how good she is. And this is awful. This looks terrible.
It looks terrible. It was never meant to be.
Okay, so why are you boiling it?
I'm boiling it because I want to get some of the salt out of it, and I'm hoping it firms up.
Does boiling help remove salt, or just soaking in water, or?
All right, so in the grand tradition of listening, I'll say it again. So,
It's not good for your marriage.
In the traditions of Lord Nelson, you would have to boil this stuff to get the salt out of it in order to make it edible.
What are they boiling to get the salt out of?
They're boiling the meat to get the salt out of it. I don't have any other nouns associated
What meat?
with this.
Which meat? They didn't have Spam.
Whatever salted meat they had.
Thank you.
And you really believe that, Drew?
Oh, it's a good skin. Oh,
Can you say that again?
no, I don't want to.
It's a good skin.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Warp.
No, 1952.
Oh, that doesn't smell good.
That's a good spam drain right there. Here we go. Yeah, but I gotta
Can
cook
you?
this, so I'm doing me first. Next thing we're gonna do is add some grated onion to this. Now I'm trying to maximize flavors here. So what that means is I'm not gonna clean the spam grater before I grate the onion.
Is this like seasoning a pan?
No. All right, so the reason we're grating this is a couple of reasons. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get this down to a consistency that actually works. Second thing we want to do is give it a squeeze and just get some of the water out, because you don't, there's already enough horrible water in the spam. So we're just going to put some of that in. There we go. Next thing we're going to do is clean our spam board, because it's fucking disgusting with dirty spam.
Our Spam board?
Just so people of the world know, I've been to most of the grocery stores in my area. Some of them are sold out of spam. Some of them are, cut your herbs ones by the way, some of them are not sold out of spam at all. And I want you to know that the places where Spam is sold out, you're fucking gonna be the first ones to go. No question. I don't know what this is gonna do to your liver and kidneys, but it is going to break them down immediately. And speaking of breaking things down, this is an old baguette. Don't throw this away. You can make French onion soup. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. But
This was a gift by a really dear friend who brought a baguette over, and we just couldn't quite eat it all at once.
she wanted us to share this with our friends. As you can see, it's very crispy. So just so you know, the recipe that I'm giving you right here, this is a pretty standard recipe for meatballs in general. Like, you wouldn't use Spam, you would use like some actual pork, which, just so you know, if you look at a tin of Spam, the ingredients are pork and ham. Now, I don't know what you know about ham. If you have to say that your pork product contains pork and ham, hoping you're gonna pick up two sides of a market that's never gonna meet in the middle.
Do you know why it's called Spam?
I have no
It's the SP from spiced and the AM from ham. It's spiced ham.
There's no spice in this. You know what the ingredients of ham are? Pork and ham. Potato starch to hold it together.
What did you just put in there?
Just extra pieces of Spam because it doesn't matter. Also 1 egg. If you got an egg, put it in. If you don't have an egg, don't worry about it. But an egg will help bind this together with actual food.
I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody.
And that will be delicious. I want you to notice, I know in our last video, salt was an issue. And I'm gonna put a little bit in just on principle, but you really don't salt to this.
Yeah,
Pepper could be a good thing. There we go. There's some pepper. Something else we're gonna put in here. A little bit of paprika.
Ooh, paprika.
There we go.
What kind?
Hungarian paprika. There you go.
Great.
Here's red wine vinegar.
Yeah.
You're trying to impress somebody on a first date and you want these Spam meatballs to really sing. I guess you could you could put in a little bit of white wine or something like that. The red wine vinegar has really brightened this up. You know what this meat needs?
Booze?
The same thing, yes, but this meat needs the same thing that your stool's gonna need after you eat it. Thickener.
And go.
Oh, not like that. One hump.
Okay, alright, so the next thing we have to do, you can't keep making sound. You're running the camera.
Okay.
People who are sorry don't keep laughing at me. The next thing we have to do is take our textured and prepared Spam. Get a nice close-up of that.
No, there's something about like textured meat. Oh, that actually is surprisingly good.
Thank you. Exactly.
Those are huge.
I know. We're making some Italian Spam balls.
Actually,
So I gotta wash my hands really quick.
okay, so this actually looks really pretty.
Nobody's ever said that before.
About Spam? No. About your meatballs? Yes. You know what's wrong? Is that because it's so pink, it looks raw. Except we know it isn't.
You know what's awesome?
No.
If you listen to this, it's the same sound coming out of the can of Spam as
Is it going into the can of
going
dog?
into the animal it's probably made of.
Oh, little piggy.
All right.
I'm gonna. No.
She's gonna have kidney failure. I gotta chill my Spam balls now.
Why are you chilling your Spam balls?
Just it seems right. There we go.
Thanks.
You filming?
No.
All right, let me know when you start.
That flour.
So we're gonna make some pasta now. We're gonna make some very, very simple egg pasta. So first things first. This looks like shit.